I tried 17 different beers to see if I liked beer or not. And, well,
It smells old. Oh, ugh. It's literally just diaper fluids.
I've only ever had one beer in my entire life, and I hated it. So, 3 years later, after being told I just needed to find the right one, I decided to go on a journey to find a whole bunch of different beers to taste test.
So we have a total of 17 different beers, which that could be a problem. I think it's about time to get our beer going.
Since I know that I'll probably dislike most of them, I'll be judging the beers based on their design, how it smells, and most importantly, how it tastes. Also, don't judge me on how I pour them, because I don't know what I'm doing. And to kick things off, our first beer was Corona Extra.
We got the old Corona Extra. Look at that. There it is. Do a little smell test. I'm not gonna lie, I like the smell. It's a beer. The initial taste is actually quite pleasant, but the aftertaste is not it. Does it taste like piss? Yeah, but I think that's just beer. I think the only way to really put it is just it's a beer. But now the question is, you're gonna be hearing a lot of that, just be prepared. Because it's definitely not an S or an A. I don't quite think it would be a beer. A beer, oh gosh, it's already happening. I think we put it in C. It is time for beer number 2.
Next up, we got Flat Rock Cider. I've never had a cider before, so I didn't know what to expect.
From North Carolina, we've got the old Flat Rock Cider Company semi-dry apple. So, you know, regular looking can. I kind of like the simplicity of it, not gonna lie. But yeah, I was curious. I saw this one. I was like, oh, it's from North Carolina. We'll go ahead and definitely doesn't look the same compared to the Corona. It's a lot less color, more of a greenish look to it, but it looks like dirty water, honestly, not wrong. We'll go ahead and do the old taste. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to this one because I'm like, oh, it's a, apple and it's a, cider. That's semi-dry. Yeah, that's not it. Oh my, what the? It smells horrible. That actually smells like a full diaper. Like, not even kidding. Like, oh, jeez. Gotta pour alongside of the glass. Yeah, so that's one thing that's very difficult, is that I feel like every company has like their way of pouring. Does it really change the flavor that much? Or is it just a way for people to like cope? Is it just a coping mechanism? So if someone doesn't like it, you just say, oh, well, that's just because, it's because, that's because you didn't pour it the right way. I'm putting that in F. Predicting woke beer is next. Woke beer is next. If it's the brand that I think it is.
They were right. I don't know how, but they were right.
Where is the script on the screen? Or is it in the room somewhere? I guess without further ado, we gotta do beer number 3. Frickin' script readers.
I still don't know how they got that right, but yes, it was time for the old Bud Light.
Here we are. We got the old Bud Light. We gotta do, for each one, we gotta give a little close-up shot. I suppose we may as well get on into it. Looks like what you create in the morning. Yeah, Bud Light, here we go. That's a beer. Oh, that's not a fun aftertaste. It feels completely normal and then it just drops off the side. But we gotta do the can test too. It's just piss. At the very least, Corona had a little bit of like flavor to it on top of the piss. It was just average. That was pretty average. So I think Bud Light will get a D. But is that too harsh for something that's just so mid? I think for now, we'll put it in C, but I think it's gonna progressively fall further into like the bottom tier of C. I really think it's just kind of I don't like beer.
Yeah, but hey, maybe Michelob Ultra will change my mind.
We got the old Michelob. I believe if I am saying that correct. Great? What?
It was at this exact moment that I thought to myself, maybe this was a bad idea.
Pretty average looking bottle. Nothing really special about it. I guess all we gotta do now is just test it. Yeah, I will say definitely after coming from the Bud Light and the Flat Rock Cider, definitely makes this one taste better. It's got some flavor into it I don't know how to describe. Yeah, definitely C tier, I would say. Yeah, I feel like that's a fitting spot for the Michelob Ultra. Not better than the Corona, but it's not that much worse.
Moving on, we got Modelo, which is apparently one of the most popular beers right now in the US.
I think it's currently got the best looking bottle. You know, you got the gold foil on the top, you got the really nice looking, the nice little logo design. I'll be honest, I don't know how to get this off. I may just kind of have to tear at it. Yeah, I think we just kind of have to tear at it. Come on. No. It's gonna take a little bit.
Look, I never said I was smart, okay?
You can just pop the crown? What do you mean pop the crown? Do you mean just like, you saying just try to open it like this? How am I supposed to know? It's just covered. There. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that smell. It has like a lemony lime smell, like a citrus smell, but then it also smells like cigarettes for some reason. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and just drink it. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that, I will say. We'll go for the bottle just to give it an equal chance to change my mind a little bit. It tastes the same. That's weird. The only one that I feel like has tasted differently doing like straight from the glass is the Michelob Ultra. And I would say I like it in the glass more instead of pouring it. I definitely don't hate it, but if I had to place it somewhere, I think that's probably a fair spot.
I ended up putting Modelo in C tier, and then we moved on to the 6th beer of the night, Stella Artois.
The old, what is it? Stella Artois. Yeah. It may be going to my dome at this point. So here we are with the can. I like the look of this can, I will say. Good presentation, so we give it a little bit of points for that. We shall go ahead and get her open, do the old 45-degree pour so you guys don't yell at me. Here we go. You know what I need to do? Let me try this real quick. Interesting. I think I've made up my mind. I think if I had to rank this, we have a new winner. It's still beer, don't get me wrong, but for it being a beer, I would say that that's the best one. That's how you gaslight yourself into liking beer. Would you buy it again? So I don't think I would buy it again. However, if someone came up to me, it was like, oh man, dude, we got some beers, which one you want? These are the options. I would choose some Stella. Do I need to be more harsh with these? So far, my consensus on just beer as a whole, it's just C tier. It's just quite mid. There's good mid, and then there's mid-mid, and there's bad mid, and then there's just straight up revolting. Shout out the Pizza Pizzazz. I'm telling you, dude.
If you don't know what the Pizza Pizzazz is, it's literally the best invention ever.
It's the best thing ever.
We got a little sidetracked there, but it was time for Japan's Sapporo.
And here we are. I feel like the can design is absolutely phenomenal. I think this is easily the best can design. No way Japan lets us down. We'll find out. Here we go. In the help me. I'm trying to think how I feel about that one. It's definitely not bad. That's for sure. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I do need to do the can test. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I think if I had to rate it, I'm thinking right here. I think that's a fair spot for it.
I felt that C tier was a fair rating for it, but then I also demoted Bud Light into D and then promoted Stella into B.
This has been just, that's how it's been. We will get into, what is it, the 7th? Was it 8th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it'll be the 8th beer.
Another North Carolina pick, we got Cheerwine Ale. And if you don't know what Cheerwine is, the best way to explain it is like a cherry Coke or cherry Dr. Pepper.
If anyone has been around these parts, y'all may be familiar with the Cheerwine. This was gonna be a solid beer. I see the letter B and I say beer. That's the second time I've done that. You want it to be the best, way of a feeling it won't. I'm a little confused by the smell. Here we go, Cheerwine Ale. It has no, like the smell is cherry, but the taste is not. That's weird. I don't really like that taste. It smells so good, so I was a bit excited. And then I tasted it, and it just, excuse me. There was just nothing going for it, and I didn't really like how it tastes. So I'm thinking, I am conflicted though on whether to put this, hold on, okay. I think we have to, yeah, no, that goes, North Carolina. North Carolina is not good at it. So we are putting that in the D tier. I think it is time that we move to the 9th beer.
Smirnoff Ice. Look, I know what you're probably thinking. This is basically cheating. Yeah, I know, but it's technically a beer. That and I wanted to break from all the piss water.
S tier by not being a beer. But technically, it is recognized as such. You have to get on one knee and chug it. It's not even like, you don't know that there's alcohol. After having all those beers, this just tastes like a lemon lime drink.
Hopping back onto the real beers, we got Coors Light.
Rocky Mountain Goat Piss. Every time I saw an ad for this, it's about it like, oh, it's cold, here we go, oh God. I turned into an Australian there, what the heck? Whatever accent that was, maybe it's just a beer accent. It actually has a decent smell to it, not gonna lie. I would say this on the tier of smell, It lands about here for smell, but that means nothing if it tastes really bad. Very mid. I'd say that's like Bud Light tier type of mid. I think it goes right about here. See, I don't know what to think anymore because everyone was telling me before that I need to do the 45-degree angle pour. This is where I get confused because there's like all these different pouring techniques. So I don't know. Nerd bartender man speaking a different language. You want head? D tier for the Coors, and then demoting Cheerwine Ale to F. It's just not good. Not good at all.
And to change things up a bit, it was time for a milk stout.
Very interested by it because it was like saying milk. It might foam over. Well, in that case, maybe I'll do it. So we have to do it completely upside down. Perfect. I'm not gonna lie, that looks really good. It almost looks like a coffee. I'm optimistic, but let's see it. Very creamy. I'm not sure how I feel about the taste. It's like if I got a black coffee and they put beer in it, but where to put it? So I almost knocked this over. It's a good thing this was empty. Yeah, okay, I've made my decision. I'm going to put it right here. Onwards to the tier list. We'll give it a C.
All of the beer taste testing was starting to take a toll on me, but we had to press onwards with Yingling next on the list.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this one, but I had to get it anyways. America's oldest brewery. You think I'm gonna like Yingling? I don't know. Don't tell me you just said what the Sigma. Oh my gosh, you said what the Sigma. Chug, chug, chug. We are not chugging. Yeah, smell it first. It smells old. It smells and tastes old.
Quite fitting to their advertising, huh?
Tastes like your grandpappy. That is a wild statement. It's the mold you're tasting. Oh, yummy. Yeah, no, I don't like this. I think this will go Yingling right here. It quite literally just tastes old. I think this is going into the D tier. Put Sapporo on the C, shame on you. Hey, I need you to, C is actually like a good. When it's in C, for me, that's saying something if it's in C.
This next one on the list caught me completely off guard when I saw it. Old Nation Big Boss Tweed.
Have any of you heard of this one? Big Boss Tweed. Some Jake lore.
Back when I was in high school, my username for some games like League of Legends was Boss Tweed, because I thought the name was funny when I learned about him in a history class one day.
It's quite the picture. Boss Tweed is 9.3% of hazy swagger. So much swagger, it's been one of the Midwest's highest rated hazy double IPAs for 7 years in running. Devil's Reject looking can, you don't trust it. Well, we are going to try it today. If I drop dead, I got it in my hand. This beer is taking a toll on me, I'm not gonna lie. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I am so sorry that you had to witness this. There we go. One sip and you're drunk. Yeah, it said it was 9%. I definitely smell that tropical smell, the tropical thing that they were saying there. Without further ado, who just farted? That's extremely conflicting. Do you feel the swagger? I'm very conflicted by this. The initial hit of flavor is not very good, but then it goes up and it tastes really nice, and then it drops off again. That's very conflicting. Let me try it from the can. That just wasn't pleasant at all from the can. I ultimately think I do not like it, and it will go right here. I think the bad is outweighing the good. So I'm thinking we put it like this.
With more beers being on the list now, I felt it was time to promote Corona Extra to B.
Whew, I really am feeling all this now. I need to move my pizza person actually. Let me do.
And OBS crashed the second I moved it.
Go ahead and dump that out. Cleanse that cup of its swagger. I'm feeling it, all right, Mr. Krabs.
With 4 more to go, we got California's Stone IPA. Keep it together for just a little longer, Jake.
Stone IPA. Here comes the third F. Here are the old Stone IPA. I like the look of it. All right, let's do the old smell test. Oh no. So I'm concerned by this one because it smells kind of like the Boss Tweed. It smells like the Boss Tweed, but worse. Without further ado, we can go ahead and do the old cheers. Oof. Oof. Oh, no, just no. Whoever said that it was gonna be the third F, you were right. At the end, mix a splash of all of them together in a cup. Well, the only one I wouldn't be able to do that with is the milk stout, but we could do a beer jungle juice. I think it's time we just get into it.
Keep it together, Jake. We're almost done. We got Guinness up next.
The Guinness. I will see if I can hold some of it back to save it for the jungle juice at the end. Very classy looking bottle. I like the look of this. Very simplistic, and here we go. That was quite the... All right, we managed to save some. We'll give you guys a little close up of that. I'm not gonna lie though, it smells a little bit worse than the milk stout. We shall see what's going to happen. Let's go for it. It has a very mid, like a very bland taste, and then a bad aftertaste. Try straight from the bottle. That was definitely worse. Honestly, I don't really like this. I might have to put this. I think it goes right here. It just wasn't that good. This one was way creamier. Although the taste didn't hit as hard, it was still way better than this one for sure. This one was overall worse. I had higher hopes for this one, I'm not gonna lie.
I ended up putting Guinness in D tier, and then we had Heineken up next. I could see the finish line up ahead, just had to finish it out.
Heineken. F. Oh no, Dakota's already calling the F. Here we are. I like the bottle design of the Heineken, the green bottle. I like the overall design. Keep it together 2 more. I don't know, man. So let's just go for it. That's pretty mid. Not gonna lie, that's very mid. Nothing that makes it stand out really. I would just put it right here. It's just kind of there. I think that's a solid C. Like it doesn't really do much. It's getting to me. It's getting to me. We are now at the final drink.
I say drink because I was getting conflicting information on if Jack Daniel's Country Cocktail was recognized as a beer or not. I mean, it says flavored beer on the bottle, but other sources say it has whiskey in it, despite it not saying anywhere on the bottle itself. So, I don't know.
This is probably gonna be good. I don't even need to pour it into a glass because I can probably drink it straight from this and it's just gonna be wonderful. I've never had this before. We're just gonna go into it.
It was over. No more beer needed to be drank. The lemonade flavor felt like a million hugs covering my taste buds. I had done it. I never had to drink beer again.
Jungle juice time to tank the whole list. That's true. Oh God. We gotta rate the jungle juice on the list. I'm actually like terrified. It's kind of scary too because it looks so unsuspecting. This honestly, like if someone just gave you this glass and didn't say what it was, it looks so unsuspecting. Oh gosh, here goes nothing. Oh, it does not smell good. Oh. What's crazy though is that if I had to rate this, I would put it right here. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as like all of like these. We're just gonna